Self-expression. What is self-expression? What does self-expression mean to you? On today's episode, we will be discussing self-expression. Throughout this episode, I would like for you guys to write down, what does self-expression mean to me? Okay? If you do not know what self-expression is, of course you can always Google it. But on this channel, on my podcast, I'm just going to speak to you, keep it real 1000 with you, and speak from experiences and things like that. I'm not going to Google it and be grammatically correct. If you're looking for that, please go to a different podcast because you ain't going to find it here. But back to what I was saying. Ask yourself this question throughout the podcast. What does self-expression mean to me? First off, self-expression is conveying a message to a person, place, or thing without speaking. That is a form of self-expression. Some people dance, some people write, some people make music, some people do other things, etc. and so forth. So, in knowing this, find out what it is that you do that shows a little bit more of you in a creative way. Some people are doing, somewhat the same thing. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Think outside the box. Something so minute can change or alter your perspective on the way you express yourself. Now, the way that your self-expression is conveyed will allow any and everything that's supposed to or should be in your life to come naturally. Oh, I didn't introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. My name is Shaquita, and I am a natural, organic individual who enjoy conveying the message that needs to be conveyed in my own way. This is my form of self-expression. Just one of them, the many that God has given me. But this is one of my ways of self-expressing through speaking, doing this podcast. Okay? But, yes. So, as you're going about, your day and things like that, things will naturally begin to come into your life, come into your space, come into your everyday. And it would allow you to see the different perspectives and the different angles of you so that you can express yourself fully. Okay? You just have to pay attention to it. Self-expression is important, especially to yourself. A conversation can go left with other people, but the conversation that matters is the one that you have with yourself. So allow yourself to be your first, I don't want to say your first trial and error, but allow yourself to be the person you practice on. Look in the mirror. See how you feel. See how you look. See if that form works for you. And if it does, of course, go for it. But if it doesn't, don't be discouraged, because it's multiple ways that God, spirit, ancestors, and everything convey message and bring things into you. For example, our bodies will tell us like, yeah, you need to go sit down. You need to go relax. You need to go rest. Or your body gonna shut down. So it's either you pay attention to it and just go ahead and go meditate and go to sleep, go take a nap or whatever you need to do. Or you can just be doing something and out of nowhere, it just shuts down. Allow yourself that space and that time to regroup. I call this form in this part of the journey reset. As you're resetting, you're going to come across the past, the present, and the future. The past is going to resurface because it's probably something that needs to be removed, healed, let go of, paid more attention to, not close attention, but paid more attention to see why. But I do want to say this though. If you're looking for an apology or any type of validation from anything, any person or any place from your past, you'll be waiting. If you haven't gotten it by now, you're not going to get it. So if you're really doing something or rocking with something from the past, know your reasoning why. Not saying if it's right or wrong or anything like that, but know your reason why. Because you're moving to bigger and better things right now. And now you're in your present. In the present moment, you're recognizing and realizing who you are to you. Who you can be to other people. And how you want to be. And what you want to be. For your higher self, that futuristic self. You're doing all of that planning right now. In realizing this, you'll be able to use your discernment to know what it is that you want and know what it is that's needed so that you can get to or receive what it is that you want. But understand that your form of self-expression will be different. It will be uniquely crafted for you. It may seem like other people's doing it, but it's uniquely yours. And that's how you add your stamp on it. You know? Your stamp is your signature, if you don't understand what I mean. Your signature on your form of self-expression. Hopefully throughout this talk, you guys have been thinking about what self-expression means to you. And even if you didn't write anything down, allow yourself today or a few hours, whatever, to figure out what it is that you want to do for you. What is your way of self-expression? Like, how do you self-express? You know, it'll come easier. It'll just come to you for real. But I'm going to end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This episode has been relaxing already for me, just speaking on it. Because I just see a lot of the same stuff. It's repetitive. So it's like if I ask a question, will it be rhetorical? You know? So I just feel that we all have a way to convey messages, to convey how we feel. Sometimes words can't express what it is we're feeling. So let's normalize being okay with not being able to speak about the way that we feel. Because again, sometimes words cannot convey the message properly. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, come back. Next episode is going to be crack for real. And I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you guys for stopping by. And enjoy the rest of your day.